Hello, hello, hello. What is going on? We are back at Erlengrat. I think that's how you say it. And we actually have a lot of money. And that money came at the expense of a lot of work. As we can see here, we've sold a bunch of stuff in our garage. We've exchanged our mower, or I'm sorry, exchanged our baler for a square baler. Got rid of the windrower. We need to get a new one. And we have a auto-loading trailer. But that's it. And we have here, we still have our little John Deere. Now, our little John Deere, please start the engine first, is okay, but it is definitely not. Let's look at how much power this thing has. This thing has 140 horsepower. And that baler that we just got on sale on a big discount needs 250. So we're going to need to get a better and bigger machine. And I've been looking around, and one of the machines that I keep getting as part of contracts is these. Where is it? These. The Dutzfar. I don't know why there's so many pails on the screen. I think that's a mod causing that problem, but I find it hilarious. But I don't know why it's happening. Anyways, these Dutzfar tractors. And they're actually pretty good. This one has almost 250 horsepower. And these will also support a front loader. And we don't have anything with a front loader yet. It's not necessarily critical, but it would be nice to get. So the other thing, the front loader attacher is only 1500. We can get it at any time. We can upgrade later on, no big deal. But this kind of works as like a low-end machine. Now, I'm not a big fan of that color. So I made a different one. So here is an an upgraded version of that machine. Does anyone know how I get rid of all these bales? Because it's ridiculous. It has something to do with one of the mods that I've installed. I don't know which one, and I don't know why, but it's very funny. It's classic. This is think of if you go and you buy a sports car, right? Especially European sports cars. They have like the base model, and then they have like the souped up version. And a lot of times that souped up version is called the black version, right? And the black version is usually black. I personally like the black machine. I don't like these bright colors. But the black version is usually just a little bit more horsepower, just a little bit more torque, and usually comes with some other fun options. So now I thought it'd be nice to get one of these low-end machines, and I want it to be black. So I've customized it, and so you have these color choices. We have black, we have matte black, like basically almost the same color as the fenders. We have flat black, which you can see doesn't reflect very much. That one's not bad. We have chrome black, which is more of a chromey color. We have green, right? Which is the same green as the normal machine, which is really bright. We have this chrome green, which I think looks pretty fantastic, even though I don't like the bright color. We have a Java green, which I think is a little bit better than that chrome green. Pretty cool looking, right? And we have this matte green, which I actually really like. But I'm going to stick with the black one because that's the one I want. And I want it to be this matte black because that's just me and my style. The black, the Series 7 black actually comes with black rims. It does cost more than the base model by about 15%. It costs 15% more, has 15% more horsepower. and has about 20% more torque. So we're going to get this one as our machine. Now, we're not going to get the front loader attacher. These are upgradable to all kinds of really fun stuff for wide tires and whatnot. I personally think that the wide tires look pretty awesome. And we're going to be using this mostly for running around town and mowing, at which point we don't need the special thin tires. And we're going to add the GPS because the GPS is important. So we're looking at 270. And if you look at our amount of profit we have now, we have 579. We've gotten 579 over time of doing all these missions. Do I want the flat black instead? No, I'm going to go with the matte black. So indecisive. And we could, at any time, upgrade this to the Warrior version. Now, the Warrior version bumps up the horsepower to 384. But then again, it gets another 20 grand, right? So obviously you're paying for the higher power, higher thing. We can upgrade it anytime. But let's start out with the standard version. Let's start out with the wide tires because we like the look of the wide tires. Actually, let's see if they have the BKT tires. BKT wide tires. See, those look pretty awesome. Whoa. Do they have the Norks? Oh, they have the Norkston tires. Now that looks like a monster truck. I like that. We're getting that. And since we need a license plate, we're going to be getting our Gaming Joy license plate. Oh my gosh, there's so many different types. Whoops, can't type. Yes, that was intentional that it fits. Front and back. And okay. And so we're going to be getting this one. We're going to spend $270,000 on it, but it's going to give us enough tractor to get stuff done on the farm, and we can upgrade it to a little bit more horsepower later on. It's going to be a good starting tractor for us. Now, we're going to have to do some extra work to make enough money for the other things, but let's go ahead and buy this because we need it for the baler. We can also mow with this one. One thing I like about these when I was driving them around is their turning is very nice. The turning radiuses on them is very nice. The other thing we're going to need, if we go look into, this is our Black Edition pack that I created. If we go look in our base pack, we also added a few other black items because that's the way I roll. And the Quone Swadro, we've been using this on some of the other builds. This is lots of fun. And this is going to be one of our best way to windrow. It doesn't seem to like that. Okay. Look at that, that's weird. The license plate's all jacked. This is going to be 41K, which we don't necessarily have right now. We will get this eventually because we do need a windrower of some kind. And then we're going to be swapping out with this baler at some point because that's going to be the best thing in the world because it's awesome. But now that we have 300K, we just spent 270. My gosh, that's a lot. And here's our new tractor. See, doesn't that look beautiful? That looks great. I love it. And if you're looking at a starting tractor and you're going to spend 200K, this is a pretty good one. Now the other thing we want to do is we want to buy some property. So we're going to buy some property and then we're going to mow some property. To do that, we need to do some more contracts to get some more money, but we don't really have very much we can do. We could do this one. Sugar beet harvesting is not my favorite thing to do. I will be honest on that one. What field is that? Field 11. So let's look at field 11. Where's field 11? Field 11's right there. That's going to be at least 2 or 3 trips back to the sell point. Not my favorite thing to do. I'd kind of rather work on our own land, but to do that we need more stuff. So, what are we going to buy for land? Now, I've been looking and I'm stuck. And I was really hoping that you'd be somebody joining the stream by now. But I'm stuck. I want to either buy this land right here, which we can afford, 268, or this land right here, which is 285. We have the balance for both. Right? This one, both of them come with some grasslands that we can use and abuse. This one comes with way more. That's a lot of mowing, a lot of silage bales, but we have what we need for the most part for mowing and bales. The one thing we don't have is a bale wrapper, and we'll have to get one. And right now, all we have is that little front mower, and we'd really want a rear mower to go with it, or the big mower. The big mower is going to cost us 300 some odd grand, and we don't have money for that. So I'm a little stuck on what to do. In regards to the big mower, I actually got to use one on my other save earlier today, and it was fantastic. Where are we? Nope, this one. This is the Krone Big M, and we're gonna do it in black and orange with GPS and the double wheels like that. KT Birdston double wheels. Okay, but that's 403. That's outside of our budget. But that's what we're looking for, and that's what we're going to go to. Now, for now, we can mow with our current machine, and what we might do is lease the rear mower, buy one of those pieces of property, and do it. Now, I don't think I'm going to buy the property on the left. So, Field 4 is 285. But Field 4 currently has what? It's in the very early growth stages. It's not grown yet. So I'm going to leave that open for contracts for now until it's harvest time, and then I'll buy it. I think that's what I'm going to do. And we'll buy this one. But let's buy it and do some fun mowing. Let's do that. Now, technically, I could sell the little John Deere, but I like having the second tractor in the shop. The little John Deere that I have now, is not worth very much. It's 32 grand to sell it. It's just 32 grand. I mean, that's like a couple contracts. But if we need to, we can sell it. But I don't think we're going to right now. I guess we have to accept that contract, don't we? Let's accept it, just for the sake of it. Let's do this contract, and then we'll buy the land. Hopefully when someone comes on, see if we can get some listener participation. So this contract is going to use the Ropa Panther. That is a yellow machine. Now, if you're wondering how I did that and how I got the store stuff to show up at my farm, I have at the store deliveries mod installed, which means that any store purchase or contract purchase shows up at my farm versus showing up at the store. In this situation, it might not have been the best thing because, you know what? No, we're still pretty close to the field. Let's see if this Ropa can go down this steep hill. Huh. That big flat area right there by the river? I want to look at that. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back. Can you get any of this flat area by the river? No, you can't. I was thinking it'd be really awesome if you could build, like, greenhouses along the river. That would be a cool thing to add. Alright, let's start this field off. Let's get our slight GPS going. Detect width. Let's get pointed in a straight line. Where do we want to go? We were going to go... And we'll start from the side. It's the right way to do it. That way we can get a worker to work with us. Alright, let's unfold this monster. I did unfold it. Oh, on the header. Yeah, we're unfolding, sorry. Let's block traffic. Let's get over just a little bit. Now the downside with doing sugar beets or potatoes is the working width is just atrocious. Let's actually do headlands on this side so the worker isn't going to try to go into the straight, because they never like that. Alright, here we go. Now this is the default speed. I don't like default speeds, especially not when I'm streaming. So we're gonna stream at 30. We're gonna do sugar beets at 36 miles an hour. And most of our time will be spent backing up. Gosh, we're going to be full before we even finish the headland. Here we go. We're cruising along. Now, the one thing we haven't gotten yet, which would have been helpful to get before we did this, is our modded trailer. Now, all our modded trailer really does is give us a much greater capacity trailer so we can focus on harvesting and less focus on transport. This is a farming game, not a transporting game. So our modded trailer gives us an overly excessive amount of capacity. I think I'm actually going to up it, change that mod to be more realistic. Instead of being ridiculous, it's just going to be crazy. Because right now I think it's like 330,000 liters, which is a little bit overkill. I'm probably going to update it so that it's, you know, 2x, like three different models, three different capacities, 2x, 3x, and 5x. 10x, which is the 336, is just a bit much. So we'll probably mod that before we actually use it. Let's head over here and do this side, and then we'll get a worker. Hello, Mr. Worker. We'll come along here, and then we'll get a worker to do the headland. Or rather, a worker to come in and do the rest while we go pick up our trailer. What's going on? Oh, I see. That's annoying. The sugar beet. Whoops. That's not the way I wanted to go. The sugar beet header is getting caught on the next crop over. I was really hoping it wouldn't. And we already need to go get our trailer. See, this is why I wanted to have an extended trailer for doing this sugar beet harvest. Is because ooh, this is the modded JCB. I know that because the steering option is not available on the other one. See how much this trailer can hold. I'm hoping at least 2 to 3 harvester fulls, but ugh, nope. It might hold 2. Nope, it's not even hold 1. That means we have to hire this out. And let's see where the contractor is delivering it. We are delivering it to the supermarket. Alright, this, instead of being a harvesting mission, just became a transporting mission. Because at 69%, every time it gets full, I'm taking up my entire trailer load. We are going to lease the modded trailer just for this mission because this is going to be ridiculous. I don't want to sit here transporting the whole time. It's seriously like my favorite thing to do, to run into those roundabout signs. And like see how far down the map I can move them. Let's go to the store and lease our modded trailer so we can survive this mission without being angry. Really? Let's go here, here, extension, black and black, lease, $2,000, sure. Did I leave myself enough room? Probably not. Well, I am not doing so good with this trailer here. Can I solve this without using super strength? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get there. There we go. Whoa. I think I broke something. Alright, here we go. This is going to be a better trailer. It does look the same, but it'll at least allow us to get this field done and move on with our little quest for dominance. Dude, you missed a huge spot. Watching the AI workers turn around and stuff. So funny sometimes. Oh, that's probably why he missed it, because he's doesn't know how to harvest at 37 miles an hour. Look at him overcooking into the next field. So for 8% at 30,000 liters, yeah, it's 330,000 liters. Which is totally unprobable, even with the extension. But whatever. Which side is it output on? This side? Can't even keep up. Now, sugar beet harvesting takes a bunch of time because you have to empty the harvester so often. But most of the time it's a little bit profitable because you usually have about a little bit more than half to sell again once you're done. So I'm going to set this up over here, and I'm going to do this myself. Now that I have the big trailer, I can loop out and go in a circle, and we're just going to use this field as our private dumping ground like that. And we're going to cancel this guy, back it up. No, no, ah! Why do the AI always use... No, stop. All-wheel steering. The GPS doesn't at all know how to handle the turn steering. And so if your thing has turn steering, the GPS goes haywire. Let's go like this. Now this, of course, is not using GPS, but is using the vehicle control add-on, which is kind of GPS light. It's not as customizable, and it adds a bunch of other stuff that I really don't like. But at least it gives me something that's like GPS on contract vehicles. For my own vehicles, I of course will use a regular GPS and pay for it. The one thing that I would love to see added for the GPS guidance steering add-on is to be able to get GPS on contract vehicles. So if I could take my contract vehicle to a workshop and add GPS, but add it for like, I don't know, for like a 500, depending on the machine. It's added for like $500. If I'm renting machines and I'm only paying $500 for rent a machine, if I pay the entire price of the machine just to have GPS, or $300, it's like, hey, can I use a GPS while I have the machine? It should be like a daily cost. It should be a flat rate. So would I pay $500 logistically on a rented machine to have some put GPS on that machine? For sure. Just like you'd pay, you know, if you're renting a car for $100 and they give you an option to add GPS to it for $10, like you'll probably pay the $10. So I think the rental cost for these machines was like $1,000 for both machines. So if I add GPS to one or both of those machines when I'm borrowing them, that makes sense to me. This isn't a bad machine. The only thing I think that bothers me is that auger that's up top is just spinning for the sake of spinning. It's not actually moving the things. That auger should be down. From like a realism perspective, there's no reason to have it up in the air. It doesn't make sense to me, but you know, whatever. Sugar beets and potatoes take so much time. The working width of like 4 meters or 2.7 meters for this machine. Ugh. On my main save, I have a machine that has 4 meters, costs an arm and a leg, and even that takes forever. To be able to only take 2.7 meter swaths, that's just, it's not fun. Not fun at all. And the downsides of these big lumbering machines is they're heavy. So they start and stop really slow. No! Things we do to progress the game. Taking contracts for 11K for sugar beet harvesting. This would be wholly unbearable without the modded trailer. Really? You're gonna skip that little teeny tiny line? That's annoying. I'm just gonna leave that machine tipped because it's getting into the thing and that's all I need right now. I think we're gonna have just enough to rent. I don't know, maybe. To buy the new field and bale it up for silage, we're gonna need another mower, the second mower attachment, the rear attachment. We're gonna need a bale wrapper. At a minimum. We can do it without the windrower because the mower that we'll be using can put it into lines. Just means more back and forth. But it's not too bad. I've done it before. But I'm saying that now before experiencing the really big field. I've never experienced a field this big when mowing, so we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. We don't need that view. We can get away from it. We get about what? 81% in 2 passes? And I think this field is actually one that I just plowed with another contract. How full are we? 37%. What's it look like from the cab of this thing? What's with the TV screens? Oh, those are like cameras on the machine. that just don't work. Like the left one looks like a backup camera. The right one looks like an overhead cam. That's cool. Yes, I know it's not realistic for me to be running over those fences, but I don't care. Is this thing 2.7 meters wide? Six by 45. Is that right? Is that right? What is this? Sugar beets? Beet technology. 6 by 45. 2.7 meters. What? I wasn't staying on my line. The control panels are pretty awesome for these things. For the big machines. There's so many buttons and they all have these extra joysticks on the right. I guess that's why people get like the heavy equipment header, the heavy equipment thing, side console. When you're playing this on PC, to get that extra joystick on the side with all the buttons. But I do like how like each one of these things is designed a little bit differently. That's pretty cool. Let's do this. And let's get out of the camera so we can see what we're doing. That's cool. That little conveyor belt thing. So many cool animations. I wonder what it takes to come up with a new mod for something like this. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot to deal with. All the animations, all the things that are moving. Like, you can see them down on the side, at the bottom of the screen there. Like the little wheels and... I mean, I know it's designed to be done at a slow speed, but... we're streaming. We don't have time for slow speeds. We would be here all night. Just doing one field. That'd be a great stream. Live stream, 5 hours. We're gonna process a single field in real time. No, I want to do like 5 or 6 fields. Hey, Addy? Addy? You made it back. How are you? Wait, do I need to know? Oh no, I work daytime. I don't stream daytime, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I'm not able to stream earlier in the day. I wish I would, able to. Alright. Alright, let me know when you're back. We're just sugar beet harvesting. I love all the animations, like with the seat bouncing up and down. I wonder what those things are on the floor. I bet those buttons on the left on the floor, most people would know what those are. Yeah, best paying crop, but also the most annoying to harvest. Whoops, wrong button. Annoying to harvest because the machine has such a low capacity. They're so heavy, and you have a working width of like between 2.7 and 4 meters. So yes, it pays a lot. Yes, it's a good thing to do, especially if you can align it with a sugar factory, which I'm doing in my main playthrough, but it just takes a long time. So it might be best paying, but I don't know if it's best paying in regards to versus time spent. Like the amount of time you spend harvesting sugarcane, sugar beets, and potatoes is, I think, with normal speeds, I'm obviously not using normal speeds, but with normal speeds, you're spending 3 to 4 times the amount of time harvesting. So if you look at your profit per time spent instead of just profit per field or profit per hectare, the problem with sugar beets and potatoes, and even especially sugarcane, is your profit margins go... Whoa. Your profit margins go down because you're spending so much time doing it. Now, you could obviously get workers to do it, but... yeah. Like, if I was playing this contract legit, right? And I'm not, because I'm streaming and no one's got time for that. This harvester goes 10 kilometers an hour, which is about 6 miles an hour. And it fills up on every 2 rows. And the trailer that they give you, you only get one, has a capacity of literally like 1.5 harvesters. So you'd be constantly running back and forth to the store the whole time. And you'd have to have a worker on the machine, and they fill up before you get back from the store, dropping off each load. So it would become a delivery sim, not a farming sim, because all you're gonna do is, whoops, that sucked. All you'd be doing is driving back and forth to the store. Which direction is it? Come on. Ugh. Stupid harvesters. There was the wage payment for the person I had running it at the beginning before I decided to do it myself. Like, here is it at full speed, normal speed. Here you go. This is full speed harvesting. I gotta fall asleep doing this. Like, this is how fast the machine actually goes. So while it might be the most profitable, and yes, this would be realistic, I can't do it. I'll do it if it's my own field, but not for a contract. Contracts are, in my mind, meant to just get it done as fast as possible so you can move on and do your own farm. And that's what we're hoping to do today. We are hoping we have some money because we've been doing every contract in the game. I've literally been doing every contract. Doing nothing but contracts. And we're going to buy another field. And I think we're going to start out with a big grass field. And then so we can use it for silage, which is going to be one of the more fun to do and profitable things to do. It takes time, obviously. And then we have the second field we're going to buy. We'll do a crop on, and we're also going to get cows. And I'll show you the field. Wait, you're... Wait, what day is today? Today's the 10th. I thought you weren't getting your Xbox till the 12th. Oh, the red lines. So I'm on a PC, so this I don't think it's going to apply to you. But you've probably heard of, there's a bunch of GPS-based mods. I use two. I use one for when I'm on a contract machine. Okay. I use one mod when I'm on a contract machine, which are the red lines. And that's called Vehicle Control Add-on, which is basically like a GPS light. And the main mod, which is for, I think they're trying to get it approved for PC. I mean, for Xbox and consoles. I don't know if it'll ever get there, but they're trying to do it. It's called guidance steering. And guidance steering requires you to... It's not just free. You actually have to pay for it. It's like it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade, so you have to actually add a GPS system to whichever machine you want to use it on. And it costs 15 grand, which is, to me, is a lot, but whatever. And see, there's kind of like little blue lines. See the blue lines? You can't really see them because the machine's so big and the crop's so tall. Oh, I missed a row. Oops. But they basically just keep the machine going straight. So it'll do all the steering it needs to stay in a straight line. But it allows me to still play with my OCD and be able to have straight lines. Yeah, if you don't lock onto the right row... See, that's not the right row. For some reason it's off right now. The lines got reset at some point, so I missed a row. I'll go back and get him. But it keeps the machine perfectly straight, which for me is kind of necessary. Only thing I'll do without straight lines is mowing. And even then I want to like do the outside edges with, you know, following the contour, but use the... Whoops. That was a little... I'll do the outside edges following the contour, but I'll do straight lines in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, you always have to go back and get the stuff that the AI workers miss. I'm always going back to get the stuff the AI workers miss. But see, it automatically calculates your line width based on... It calculates how much of a line you're doing each time based on the size of your header. There's like a little menu for it. This is called the Vehicle Control Add-on. And this is the stuff for track guiding. I think the numbers are a little bit off, actually. I think the track guidance... Yeah, that's another mod. That's one of those mods that will probably not be coming to Xbox, unfortunately. I like it because for streaming it lets me harvest at 43 miles an hour, or 43 kilometers per hour. That's called the real speed limit mod, which basically just turns off any speed limit that is imposed by a machine. So for a lot of these machines, it's actually the header that imposes the speed limit. So before the real speed limit mod, people would... the modhub is filled with people who have, you know, fast headers. And all the fast header is a header where the XML says the maximum working speed is X miles an hour, or X kilometers. Everything's in kilometers per hour in the XML. And it's just a number, it's just a setting somewhere. There's no real reason why it has to be at a low speed, other than consistency, realism. But for me, showing content on a stream where, you know, I want to do more than one thing during that stream, undoing the speed limits is kind of crucial. But yeah, that one's called the real speed limit mod. And other than that, this is just a regular contract machine that I got from a contract. Yeah, they'll probably find a way to do it, but on consoles, it'll probably be done through fast headers. The big thing with consoles, from the way I understand it, is that like auto loading and all that kind of stuff, all those things are done by scripting. And because Giants pays for the rights to have Ropa or John Deere or Massey Ferguson on the names of on machines that get played on a console, that means that Sony and Xbox have to agree on everything that ends up being shown on their console. And they want realism. They don't want, you know, overly fake-ism, I guess. That's not the right way to say it, but they want the representation of those brands to be legit. Where Farming Sim or the modding community, they're like, no, I want to play the way I want to play. So they'll figure it out a way, I'm sure. But how that happens on console is still unknown. As far as I know. No, the vehicle bouncing and like kind of being kind of roly poly like is all base game. That's not a mod. This is just a standard machine. It looks even cooler. Hold on. If we go inside, that's all. So this is like the interior view, which is like, you know, obviously quieter. But you see the seat bouncing up and down. You see it kind of like rolling to the side, and it's doing even more rolling than normal because, you know, because I'm running it at 4 times faster than it's supposed to run. But like, see how that's like bouncing and stuff like it's so awesome. The one thing this game I think is missing right now from the base game are these screens. So like those little screens, like if you look at them, the one on the hand console, that one's working, right? You can see the numbers changing as I'm using this machine. Right, you see the speed, you can see the RPMs, you can see how hard the machine's working, all that kind of stuff, right? But the camera views, right, which is going to be the screen on the right side down there, and the one over there, those, I think, they could make them live, which would just enhance the realism. Right? That could be a live view. And that would be really awesome as a live view, honestly. Especially for stuff like this machine or like the grape harvester, where one of those views is meant to be inside the hopper. That would be pretty epic. The one thing I don't understand about this machine, it's just this machine. So why is it leaning? It's always leaning. Look at it. Feels like it's leaning to one side. Oh, am I full? Yep, full. See how full this thing is. 76%. So normally with this, I think I was talking about it right before you came on. Honestly, I think the screens is going to be something they add on later. It feels like it should be in the game. It feels like it's just a little bit of extra code to get it working. Whether it's a live view or not, I think is what'll happen, and that's based on performance. Because you got to think about it. You have a view within inside of a view and multiple camera angles on the same machine. which means you need to update all of the models for the machines to actually have live camera views as one of the objects in how the machines are defined. So you have this, so the computer knows how to render those. But it could happen. Oh yeah, you saw the auto feeder for the cow? That one's pretty cool to watch happen. Costs bank. I was looking into the price for those. It's what, $750,000 for the auto feeder cowshed? The robot feeder. I was watching it in use though, it's really cool. So I'm planning to do cows in this version. And so I've never done cows before, so I figure I'll do cows. And then I'm going to do cows, and I'll probably end up doing sugar with sugar beets. To make chocolate. And there is a chocolate factory in town that you can buy. And since I've never done that, I figure mine as well. This is a perfect map to do it for. To do the cows, you essentially just need to do the TMR, which is, you know, grass, silage, and hay, right? No, grass. No. Silage, hay, and straw? I forget. Something. So I'll be doing that. So once we finish this contract... Wait, what? A dairy farmer on TikTok. Oh, interesting. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's what I saw a video earlier, earlier today, I think, on how realistic the actual automated cow farms actually are in this game. They're actually pretty realistic. It's surprising to think that they have that much automation in, you know, real life dairy cow production. It's very technologically advanced industry. But yeah, like an add-on for cleanliness or a rating for cleanliness, like it goes into the cow's production, how clean they are or how clean their that changes how well they produce. That would be super cool. A laser-guided automated milking system. Wow. That's pretty intense. Laser-guided. All I think of is Austin Powers. Freaking lasers on their heads. So here's a pop quiz. I think I know the answer to this. I'm wondering if you do, or if anyone else watching the stream does. Right? You see the okay, here we go, right? Oh, hold on. Detect disease in the blood or milk before it's in the vat. That's so awesome. Well, I mean, you'd want protections like that. All right, so pop quiz. See the steering wheel? See those 3 silver things on the floor that look kind of like bolts down on the floor? You know what those are? I do. Those are turn signals and high beams. They control the lights. Yeah, so when you're driving, and for a vehicle like this that's meant to actually go on public roads, you have to be able to... the turn signals are non-cancelable. Like, they don't auto-cancel. Like, there's no... Like, the stick here has high beams and windshield wipers, but there's no turn signals on that stick, right? On the pole. The thing on the floor is your turn signals. So fun fact, go to any city in the US or Canada or Europe, and those big, huge city buses, the turn signals are the same. They're buttons on the floor. And it's also the same for a lot of large vehicles where there's a big steering wheel, because you don't want the stick getting in the way of turning. Oh, really? Very cool. Oops. I hit the truck. Oh, cool. I've never used one of those things. I've always wanted to. The closest I got to use was like to farming equipment would be like a tractor with a big mowing attachment on it. That's the closest I've ever gotten. Like a 20-foot wide mowing attachment on the back. Mowing a big field. Just like we're gonna do later later on today, on stream. So we're going to deliver this and get our contract fees. And then we're going to buy some land. And go mow with a big mower. Mini dump trucks? Really? Wow. I live in like a suburb, and I know like when neighbors got their pool dug, they did the whole thing with like a mini front end loader and a little mini backhoe that was like 4 feet wide. So it would fit through through like one section of fence. So they took down one section of fence and they were able to dig the entire swimming pool with these little like mini equipment. Yeah, the size of a single gate. Yeah, it's totally crazy. And then they dig a entire swimming pool, including hauling all the dirt back out and all that kind of stuff, with all these like mini equipment. So cool. An extra $14.40. That's pretty good. That covers the cost of our leased trailer. Oh, cool. All right. Let's finish up this contract. Missing crops, 0. Nice. Oh, because like the concrete around it? Country, no contracts. Alright, and then let's go into our store. We are leasing this trailer. We're going to return it. We'll come back and get you later. Can't afford that trailer right now because... So here's the vote. Which piece of property do we buy? So this piece right here, this little like triangle right here, when you buy this, you get a field, which will be perfect for some kind of hay crop, so I can have the hay for the cows. But this piece right here, I looked at it, and it's actually pretty level. And so we're thinking of buying that. And then, so we'll buy this and then have the field with the cows. But we don't have enough money for it. So I'm thinking we can afford either this field, this one, obviously. Not that one. That one's got a lot of trees in it. We could use that for forestry. I'm thinking this one. Yeah, the brickwork. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you protect against freezing for sure. So I'm thinking this one. Let's go look at our farm. Let's go... So... Alright, so... So that field right there, and the one down at the bottom of the hill, that flat area at the bottom of the hill, put cows on. This field to the left is mine. That big lot, the big flat lot is mine. That garage is mine. The little house is like my sleeping point, right? This is my initial thing. And the only field I own is this one right here, up to the fence. So mine is this down to the corner. You can see it's a slightly different color because I mowed it. So anything this other color green is like that because I mowed it. Now, this field, and it goes all the way up to the edge of the map. That whole field is this, right? Plus you get past the road on the left side, so you get this piece right here and all of that grassland. So what I was thinking is buying that and using that for silage and doing silage and selling the silage, and I can probably mow it 3-4 times a year, and that'll give me enough to buy this by next year, as far as in the game year. So we're in November, so I can mow it once more and then mow it again in like March. This field has a crop on it now, which is yellow, which is corn? No. Wheat, which is already a straw-based crop. So that we can wait to buy that field until this is ready to harvest, and then harvest it and get a free harvest out of it. No, this map is Erlengrat. So this is the whole map. We're zoomed all the way out now. This is Erlengrat. So this is the third map in what you get when you the base game. These are all base games. So this whole thing is Erlengrat. All the fields are down here in the kind of valley, and then all the stuff up in the hills is all hills. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna buy this up here, and the free crop is essentially the grass for now, and then I'll buy this one when this is a free crop. And leave these open for contracts as long as possible because I'm making all my money right now through contracts. So that's the plan. Oh, and you were asking about the trailer. Yes, it's a modded trailer. I'm on PC, so I can do whatever I want. And I made my own pack of trailers and equipment. These are all mine, my edits. I edited them to do what I want them to do. So Most of them is just making them black because that's what I want. So that's what I got. Like these are just the same New Holland harvesters, and the only difference is they have more capacity, so you don't have to empty them as much. And the same thing is like this. This is just more capacity, black. More capacity, black. More capacity. Default color, black. A lot of these were things that you couldn't like the New Holland, right? This by default comes like this, right? And these color options are not there. That's a good question. So if you're making a mod, you can make a mod for multiple reasons. Like I downloaded a mod for somebody else that it was zero, like the cost was zero, or was it? I'll show you. No. This one. Like this thing was a zero cost. It's 240,000 liters, right? But it was $0. And if you're making a mod just to get something for free, that's fine. I'm making a mod. The mods that I'm making, and all of these mods, are to serve two purposes. One, I want them to be black. I just like the look of black equipment. I think they just look really cool. And two, some of them have extra capacity or extra speed or whatever, but the extra capacity usually, and it's just because I'm streaming and I don't want to be sitting there driving back and forth to the shop all day, right? So all of the mods that I put in, so these three are mine. This one, and this one, they're all mine. The rest, these are all stock mods you can get from the modhub. This one, and this one are not from the modhub. Those are extra, but I'm going to be using those. But these are all mine. And you're right, I did leave the prices. I actually made the prices more expensive. Like this, where we go? Like the tractor I'm using is this. This is the Dutzfar 7250, right? I don't know why the hay bales are there, but I still haven't figured that out. But it's a good tractor. Mine is just a version that allows you to customize it and make it black, but I made it a little bit more expensive. Yes, I do. I have a legit farm that I play when I'm not streaming, but I actually use the same mod pack because it makes the gameplay more fun. In all honesty, like, when I'm playing the game, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this stuff and start mowing. So we're gonna buy this. Buy. Yes. And then we're gonna go to the store. We're gonna get... How much money do we have? 65K. Let's lease that. Yes. Okay. And then back. And then we need a baler. Or we need a wrapper. Where are the wrappers? Oh wait, I modded one. Never mind. Foil color black, main color, rim color orange. Yes. Buy? Ooh, I could buy this one. Yeah, why not? So what? I've played 3 or 4 maps now, and I found that the way I like to play, I want to have fun when I'm playing, and I don't want to be moving at 10 miles an hour. So like stuff like the real speed limit mod, I want to be using the machines. I don't want to be driving around transporting stuff. That's pretty much the way I like to play. I want to be able to use the machines. I want to be able to do the contracts and make the money and build up my farm. I don't really grant myself ridiculous amounts of money and just play that way. I could play that way if I wanted. No, I play pretty much legit, except for a few modded items, which either make the game look the way I want or make it act the way I want, right? To me, that's what I like to do. That's how I like to play. And it's a to each their own kind of thing. That's not necessarily everyone's play. Some people like playing totally legit, and that's... Yes, on the baler and wrapper. I do know about the baler and wrapper. I already have a baler. So the downside is there is no combo baler wrapper with square bales. That doesn't exist yet. I imagine there's going to be a mod for one eventually, but it doesn't exist yet. And the downside is that property I just bought, and here's the mindset, and here's the way I think about it, right? That property I just bought is on a hill. And it's on a really steep hill in places. And if I do round bales, which is how I started, and you may have seen me using round bales in a previous stream. If I use round bales, they're going to roll down the hill. Right? And I'm going to have to go looking for them. And so I did have a combo baler wrapper that I got at the beginning, which I used and was great, but it was round bales and they rolled all over the place, and I had to go hunting for them all the time. Sorry, that's a lot of text. Hold on, let me read your text. Usual farming contracts, sheep, horse, chickens. Do pigs or cows? Okay. Ah. That sounds like a really healthy approach, honestly. The way you're thinking about it sounds like a very healthy approach, and you've thought about it. And I think that for me, like, I've probably similar. Let's detach that. Let's get the mower. I've done on my other playthrough, I'm playing on the French map. And on that one, I'm doing grapes and olives and chickens and greenhouses, and I'm having a good time. It kind of went towards what's on that map. I did a little bit of lumber. I'm doing a little bit of spinnery stuff, you know, because there's a really cool spinnery on that map. Totally. So this one, I'm just going to do the other things that I haven't done. So for me, that's cows. That's more of these kind of grassland fields. That's what I'd like to do for this playthrough. But, you know, I'm doing it somewhat legit. I am doing contracts. You know, I am doing all the contracts, honestly. Okay, how do I switch the working mode? I always forget. Toggle work mode. Why? There. B. They're both on. Don't need that anymore. Let's see how big this field is. You should. Streaming it, it's fun. Honestly, I'm not streaming. You've seen my follower count. I don't have any followers. You were like the 13th follower or something. I'm not doing this for popularity or anything. I'm just kind of sharing my gameplay while I'm playing for like-minded people. Just doing it for fun. But yeah, stream it if you can. It takes a lot to get into it, honestly. All the equipment and microphones and all that kind of stuff. Oh, wow. This tractor almost doesn't have enough power to go up the hills. This mowing setup is cool because you get the 3 mowers, you get the wide width, and it's kind of a gateway into the other mower, the Big M, which I'll get next. That's kind of my next big purchase. The downside is when you're turning, this one misses a lot. Like as you turn, because of where the mowers are on the machine, it misses his stuff. Well, yeah, I would agree with the focusing on just chilling and having fun and sharing what you're doing with other people. I think you'll get the most enjoyment out of that. Thank you for sharing that information, the somewhat personal information. That means a lot. Thank you. I'm a parent myself, and my streaming time and my gaming time is, you know, in between parent tasks. You know, I'm going to have to head out in probably 20, 30 minutes or so. Got to get dinner ready. So I hear you on the needing to focus on your kids when it's important. But when I'm playing, I want to just be able to chill and hang out. And honestly, I like talking. I like talking to people. When I'm playing by myself, it's a little bit weird to talk to no one, but I do it anyways just for the practice. Oh, come on. How much of an angle is this hill? It's pretty thick hill. This is going so slow. I shouldn't have... Did I buy... No, I leased... Did I buy it or did I lease it? Do you remember? Hold on, I have to look now. Did I... Oh, I leased the mower. Good. How in the world did I just get the FPS counter on there? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's, you know, I think for a lot of the streamers or the other streamers who I follow or watch, I kind of like watching the after recordings, honestly. Yeah, I just like sharing what I know, you know. I don't know much, but I've been having some fun playing with, you know, mods and figuring out how to mod the game. I've been figuring it out, not kind of learning as I go. So I can share some information about that. But I'm a new player anyways, you know. I'm kind of an information junkie, right? Whenever I play a new game, I learn as much as I can about it, and then I really enjoy sharing that information with other people. If I can do that through chat or a stream, to me that's fun. If I can help someone else out and teach them something that they didn't know, even better. Can I back up? Almost. Nope. Alright, so this thing doesn't have enough power for this field. I got stuck. No, can't see what I'm doing because of the trees. There we go. As far as streaming on console, you kind of have to have a computer, right? Like, you have to have a computer to record and stream with OBS. Which means you have to have, like, a capture card or something like that, right? I don't know. I've never done streaming from a console, so I really don't know. But I imagine you'd have to have a capture card, you'd have to have a PC, or any kind of computer running OBS. And using the computer as like the middle ground. My gosh. I think I overestimated how big this field is. I haven't even made it around the field once. This game is so much bigger than I thought. I'm constantly surprised by stuff like this. Like the grandiose nature of the game. Oh, they shut it down? Ugh, that sucks. I know, I'm going to be bailing for the next 6 hours of stream time for sure. Heck, I'm going to be mowing for the next 2 hours, at least. Whoops. Oh, here we are. We're back onto this is my field, I think. Yep, this is my field. Well, they're both my fields now. All right, well, what did we learn? We learned that this mower or this tractor is woefully inadequate for getting up these hills. So what we're going to need to do is once we get up to the top of the hill, we should do this. Are either any of these on? Yep. I was hoping to avoid the windrower, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. But I think what I'll do is I'll go back and forth across the field, not up and down. Oh, it won't be one big line. It'll be dozens of big lines. All right. I need room to turn around, so we got to do one more headland. But we'll do the headland going downhill. This is so much fun. It's so big, but it's so much fun. And like I'm keeping my little John Deere tractor there to like help me keep an eye on like the scope of what I'm doing. I get so far away from it that I can't even see it. It doesn't even render it. Yeah. Well, I'm just excited by the fact that I've been thinking about this. So when I when I first started playing or watching people play, it was on this map and someone was doing exactly what I'm doing right here. And I watched someone do like a live stream doing exactly what I'm doing right now, mowing this big huge field. Right? And It was like 5 or 6 hours to do the whole field. And I know that's what I'm in for. I get that. I also know that this tractor is not going to cut it. Yeah, tapping out after 30 minutes. You know, honestly, it's relaxing. Like, I'll probably just, you know, turn up the music, turn down the game sounds. Actually, I should do that now. Turn down the game sounds, turn up the music. Oh, you know what? I just realized I've been sitting here mowing at normal speed. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Yeah, it'll irritate me not finishing it. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably just yeah, I'm running at 1 speed. No, this isn't normal speed. This is I think fast mode is on. Yeah, fast mode is on, but this tractor's not powerful enough. So I might actually take... I might take out a loan and get the big mower, because doing this whole thing at this slow rate because of the mower is just gonna infuriate me. Oh yeah, I could lease the big mower, I guess, instead of buying it. But I don't have enough money. I'd have to take out a loan to be able to lease the big mower. But it shouldn't be that much. Let's see how much it is, because this is like infuriatingly slow. Let's look. No more for sale. I tried. All right. So to lease it. See, it's not even telling me. Alright, let's go into our loans. We're gonna have to take up more of a loan, but that's okay. Can I lease it for 50K? Let's find out. Lease? It's 19K to lease. That's not bad. Let's do it. Because this is super slow and I can't stand it. Okay. What happens if I do this? I don't know what's going to happen. I hired somebody. Let's go to the other tractor. Let's get out. Let's go this. Oops. And then let's get the big mower with the stuff I want. And GPS. And lease 20K. Yes. Okay. Let's see how much different. Let's see how much difference it is in the big machine versus that little machine. And I have a worker doing that other. I don't even know what he's doing, but he'll do something. Yeah, he's probably just sitting there. He's just going to do straight lines until somebody tells him what to do. Which is fine. Ooh, it lifts up. I've never seen that before. Alright, here we go. Oh, wait. Swath. Oh, that's how we mow. And yes, I'm leasing it, but the profit from selling all this silage the first time should pay for the lease. Oh, work modes? 6? 5 or 6? And I think most of those work modes are standard. Like, standard with the rest of the game. So let's see. We're swath dropping, left swath, right swath, wide spreading. So if you're going to be tedding it, you want it wide spreading, and swath dropping. So I just leave it on swath. Oh, look, the worker's doing nice straight lines. Good job. But look at this thing going up the hill. I mean, it is 600 horsepower. Right? Which isn't even available in the base game one. $600 horsepower in custom spreading. Or custom colors is basically what this mod is. Yeah, that's way more fun. Like just the stressing over the other mower, like trying to go up the hills, is driving me nuts. Only problem is that other one is stopped by traffic. Here, let me finish your headlands so you don't have to go into traffic. $3:15. Oh my goodness, go get some sleep. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for chatting. I'm glad you were able to catch the stream again. Here, I'm gonna put this guy down here on this side. He went the wrong way. Either way, this looks like a monumental project, but I'm happy that I got it started. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here, watching. Hopefully... we'll get this done soon enough. I'll probably stream again tomorrow, and I'll probably still be bailing this thing, so... If you catch me tomorrow night, I'll probably try to be on around 4 o'clock my time, so... midnight your time, I think. V. There. And... nope. Trying to get this worker started. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go back to mowing. Now that it's fun with this big mower. Let's turn on GPS. Right there. No. Auto width. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. There we go. Look at this. Finally getting some straight lines. I think he's going 90. by default they'll go 90 unless you tell them to. Yeah, his are about 90. At least this thing can climb the hill. I really like these reverse steer vehicles, like harvesters and this mower, where the steering's on the rear axle. Not only that, when the steering is like fast, like this, when I hit the button, it's really fast. Like it turns quickly, and when it turns quickly, it just makes it so much better to use. Like so much, except for that right there. Like that first, as soon as you come off of the steering setting you're on, and it just like whips out of it. It's the only thing I don't like. I think I'm going to be bailing forever. Like, forever and ever. Even though I'm dropping swaths that are already pretty much windrowed. You know, they're good, they're well spaced apart. I'm definitely going to be bailing forever. Yep. Totally going to be bailing forever. That's okay. That's the goal, right? So we're gonna bale this stuff, sell it. We have everything. We have the baler. We have the bale wrapper. Whoops, wrong button. We have all that we need. We have the auto-loading trailer, for that matter. We have everything we need to have a successful harvest. This field is gigantic. I do like the fact that if I run over a section I've already done, it doesn't mess up the lines. I think that's a feature. I can't believe I've already done most of the top. That was like the littlest section. I don't know why I'm so excited about myself. This thing does a better job with dealing with the bumps too than the regular mower. Super fun, super fun. Look at this thing. It's a monster. Only problem is I gotta stop the other mower to start baling. Wow, look at all he's done. He's done like a good portion of it. Was he actually doing it at a right angle? Let's go find out. No, he's not. He's doing a weird angle. What is that? Got his line. Nice. So now I go down here and go far away from him, and I can use the same line. There we go. Perfect. Haha, I don't want to give up the good mower so that I can start the baling. I want to do it. So I guess the right thing to do is to hire a worker. What angle is this? I don't even know. $150, $160, $160. I'll clean up this corner, and then I gotta go get some dinner. Starving. It's a good song. You know, honestly, with this big mower, especially the big mower with the big engine, like the double wheels and yada yada yada, I don't think I can go back to mowing with that other mower. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Most people will be like trying to get more fields or a harvester. Yeah, I want a mower. I want the big mower. This is too awesome. And I think I own this piece up here above the road too. Can mow that next, I guess. Alright. I'm gonna have to save the game and come back later. Well, anyways, thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. If you'd like to see me finish mowing this field and bale it up, make sure you hit that follow button. I'm going to be trying to be online a couple more times this week around this same time. Because this map is super fun and I'm really enjoying playing it. The only thing I'm doing off stream is sometimes a few contracts just to make sure that the stream itself is more fun. So, but for the most part, we are going to be doing more of this. I want to get a big mower and kind of specialize in the grassland stuff, even to a point of maybe for some of the like this big huge property, you know, plowing it and planting grass. And can I get better returns from that, all that kind of stuff. But either way, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one, and I will catch everyone later. Thank you.